My name is Azim. I'm a professor of endodontics and I practice here at Dentaire at Walnut Creek. Next year, it's going to be 20 years of being a dentist. You know, I came from a very medical family. I'm very happy to be doing what I'm doing. So I've been associate at Dentaire close to 4 years now. This is the biggest endo practice in the East Bay. We have more than 8 practices. So it's a practice with primary focus on endodontics. In today's world, this procedure is very safe and very efficient and can be done completely pain-free. The philosophy behind developing the XP-4D came from my thought process when I'm treating a patient. This development started almost 5 years ago. We want the system that we will be working with to achieve 3 main goals. We want it to be simple, we want it to be efficient, and we want it to achieve predictable outcome every single time. Between the different systems we see on the market, we can see them accomplishing perhaps 1 or 2 of these goals. By developing this system, we were able to touch on all these 3 aspects. This system was developed in mind with maintaining the most amount of tooth structure following cleaning the root canal system and maintain a minimally invasive approach. We started the thought process of how can we really achieve the final shaping of our root canal system using the least number of instruments. Once you reach the full working length, you fit in the matching gutta-percha cones, and that's it. We're done with the treatment. So it cannot be simpler and more efficient than that. In the past, the systems used to be quite progressive in their taper, which resulted in significant removal of tooth structure. Now, with the advancement in the rotary instruments, today we do not need really large files to accomplish these goals. We can use small files but let them rotate off-center. In the same manner, we can touch as much canal walls as possible without necessarily removing too much of the tooth structure, and this way we can really preserve the tooth structure that's going to last for a long time in the patient's mouth. I can say that the XP-4D is the most conservative instrumentation system today in the market. The XP-4D has improved the efficiency tremendously in practice. And accordingly, we start to save perhaps 15 to 20 minutes from each procedure, which means clinicians can actually have additional time at the end of the day to see perhaps 1 more patient. I have done hundreds of cases using the XP-4D. Just think of today's case. We had a very curved canal that we had to clean and shape, and at the same time we want to keep the patient comfortable and we don't want to keep them a long time in the office. You can see we got a beautiful outcome for our treatment and the patient was happy, the treatment was efficient, and we were able to get in and out within the hour. Of course, I would recommend the XP-4D to all my colleagues, all the endodontists and all the general dentists. You know, I have to say I'm very passionate about the XP-4D. I was behind its development. My passion is coming from a place where I'm looking for how to make this procedure simpler, more efficient, and more predictable. And at the same time, looking at outcomes, one of the biggest and most important outcomes is patient satisfaction. Patients spending less time on the dental chair because we can perform our treatment in a more efficient way. I think that patient will also be very happy. I can recommend this to their family, to their friends, and if we deal with referring dentists, that referring dentist is expected to work with us well.